What up, guys? Welcome to episode 109 of Fresh Off the Mats here with the Jiu-Jitsu Joes.
It's on.
Just making sure.
That's crazy. You know what we could do? We could do our checks before you decide to just,
Oh, who
start
cares?
the video.
People like seeing all the
That's not
ins
true.
and outs and how the sauce is
That's
made.
not true.
People like to know how the sauce is made.
Yeah, that's called a behind the scenes episode.
Oh, no.
Jackass.
Howdy, y'all. Episode 109, Fresh Off the Mats.
That's not a you thing.
The Jiu-Jitsu
That
Joes.
doesn't fit. Don't do that again.
Howdy, y'all.
Yeah, that's not a
Howdy,
you thing.
y'all.
Doesn't
We in
fit.
Florida.
Floridians don't say howdy.
Howdy, y'all.
I actually don't think I've ever heard anyone actually use that word.
Howdy.
Yeah.
It's weird when it's someone's name.
Who the hell do you know with that name?
Howdy, howdy. Woody Harrelson. That's not his name. There's definitely people named Howdy.
No, there's not.
Yeah. Hungry Howie.
Howie.
Yeah. Howdy, Howie.
Howie. Not
Howdy, Howdy, Howie, Howie.
You're a special person.
Oh, my lord.
What is up with these? Are you watching like a Southern show?
Nope.
What is this? What is happening?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
What the hell?
I feel like I'm in a cloud.
That's another one. What the fuck? You want to start hitting me with them weird Southern sayings. I had a buddy who was like that. First time he told me, this motherfucker, like, I forgot what I was asking him. This was years ago. But he was like, yeah, you just go about a rock throw that way. And I looked at him, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? He
People
goes,
throw rocks different distances.
that's what I said. I was just like, who's measuring this? And he goes, what do you mean? It's about a rock throw. It's how far you could throw a rock. I was like, Garrett, you could probably throw it 30 yards. I could probably throw it 20.
Yeah.
You like, what's the distance here? He goes, about that. I was like, what if he could throw it 50? He goes, then it's about that. So I was like, so that distance
So unit
is literally
measurement
just
means
depending
nothing.
on who says it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, well, yeah, usually you know who's saying it. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's a stupid way. He goes, well, it's about a bow shot too. And I was like, Garrett, I can't shoot a bow the same way you can, bro. What if I shoot it straight versus up at an angle? There's a difference. He goes, yeah, but it's just about a bow shot. I'm like, that's fucking crazy, bro. Like Southern sayings.
Yeah.
There's one I completely forgot. He said to me one day, he was talking about something with a plane in the sky with the clouds falling, and that's relative to how he's supposed to feel. And it like when he first said it, it completely left my brain because I was just so dumbfounded. I was like, what are you talking about, bro?
I think it's just regional sayings. I'm sure there's some New York sayings that we say.
Brick.
Brick, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we say one the other day that me and you understood and everybody else was like, what does
Gaudy.
that mean? Gaudy, yeah. Oh, you're acting so gaudy.
Yeah,
and
a lot of
everybody was
people
like,
don't know
what
what
the
gaudy
fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gaudy.
So yeah, it's the same thing. You say it's brick outside. Like people are like, fuck does that mean? Well, it's cold.
It's cold.
It's My buddy, when I first said that, he goes, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know. It's fucking normal. He's like,
Yeah.
no one says that. It's
No, they
it's
do.
just cold outside.
They
I was
do.
like, whatever, dude.
No, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, sayings are weird.
Another thing that's weird is accents. Accents are even more weird, I think.
Accents aren't as weird as people who sustain head injuries and then wake up saying a different accent. That's more
Bro,
weird.
I've heard about that where like they
Yeah.
can get such a bad concussion, they'll wake up speaking Spanish.
Yeah,
It's
or
like,
they
huh,
speaking with an Asian accent. It's like they're not Asian.
Well, I'm talking about the ones that completely change their language. I'm like, how
How
the
does
hell?
that work?
How does that just happen?
How does that
bro?
happen? Like, how do you?
There's no way. Like, I
know.
don't see how. Like, how does your brain just decide? One, not only can it speak fluently in another language,
But you never learned it.
Yeah,
so
that's
how
what
do
I
you
don't
know
get.
it?
Like, how did they just do that? Like, there's no way that could be an actual.
I understand the accent thing because they're still speaking English. They're just speaking with different accents.
You could have heard it, and it's probably not an accurate accent, but it's like
Yeah, but like
something.
when they come up speaking a completely different language, I'm like, how the fuck does that
Like, oh yeah, they
happen?
woke up and spoke German. Be like, nah, you know what you were? A sleeper cell. You just woke up.
That's why I kind of like that's a good argument for reincarnation. Because then
They
it
just
makes
skip
sense.
their life.
No, like,
skip
you-
their life.
You hit reset real hard on the brain, and you wake
woke
up,
up your second life.
and at some point in the past, you were Asian or German, and that's why you're speaking Chinese or German. I don't know. That makes more sense to me
That's funny.
than you never learned it and just wake up speaking German.
I guess it can be. I don't know. It's fucking head injuries are weird. The fact that we also still don't really understand the brain, like we're still learning so much about it.
Yeah.
Brain surgery to me is the most wild thing. Have you seen videos of that?
When they press something in the brain and it makes
Because
their,
you're-
like hand
'cause you're
raise
awake.
up or some shit.
They're awake. They just numb you. And then they cut something in your brain so they can cut off the pain completely. You're just awake and your skull cap is just off and they're just...
And you're looking in the mirror and you just hope you don't see squeak, squeak.
See, that's even the worst
Squeak.
part because they have you have to watch
Squeak,
it
squeak.
because they need to make sure that you know that you're doing exactly what you need to do.
Yeah,
You
raise
can't
your
think
right
that you're
hand.
smiling or you can't think that you're raising your arm. You have to physically see that you do it so the recognition's there.
Squeak,
That's
squeak,
crazy, dude.
Squeak.
You're like, look what I can make you do. I can make you laugh right here. Touch. What the fuck, bro? Don't fuck around with my brain. That's crazy, dude. No, brain surgery is wild to me. Surgery in general. Have you seen like a knee replacement get done?
It's so violent. It looks like they're, bro, it looks like they're breaking your knees. When they're replacing your knees, it looks like they're doing more damage to the
They
knee.
are slamming them fucking
With the
things
fucking
in.
hammer.
A
I'm just
straight
like,
sledgehammer, bro. And you wonder why these people wake up sore as shit because they just got the shit beat out of them for
on the
hours,
inside,
bro.
on
Yeah,
the inside.
their bone got a fucking
You
rod
felt that down to
inserted
your
in.
bones.
That's-
Bro.
The first time I saw a video, this doctor was going nuts, dude.
Have you seen a hip replacement?
He had to switch out with someone, bro. That shit made me laugh so hard when he was like, all right, your turn. And the doctor grabbed it, or the other doctor or nurse, whatever, started fucking slamming into it too. That shit
Bro.
had me dying, bro. I was like, what the hell? You're just beating the shit out of homeboy's
It's
legs.
scary, man, to see how they yank on the limbs when they're redoing shit.
Oh my God.
Holy
bro.
fuck. I'm like, how do you know you're not doing more harm with all the fibers
They
and
can
shit?
see
in
it. They're literally, they see everything they're doing.
Okay, but even construction workers, when they whack a hammer, they miss once in a while. If you miss, you tearing homeboys like incision up.
Doctors make six figures and construction workers tend not to. Some of them do
Yeah.
make six figures, but usually when the construction workers make it six figures, because probably that guy doesn't make mistakes.
Oof, God,
Doctors,
man.
bro, like they can't, like they practice keeping their hands still, bro. They have it to where they can draw a straight line without zero deviation because of how accurate they have to be with things.
That's terrifying.
Bro, I have a
your
client,
life
he's an eye
depends
doctor.
on your hands, and like, bro, how many times you catch your hand in a door jam or like you do something? Like your hands are always the most. When you fall, the first thing you brace with most of the people is they put their hands out in front of them when they fall.
That's why they say, like, for them to learn how to do all those things is actually very important. They
Bro.
learn how to.
But it's just crazy that your whole life could just a slip and fall could change your
Dr.
career.
Strange it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Doctor Strange. Yeah, perfect example.
Doctor Strange, it, bro.
Yeah.
You lose ability to utilize your hand, bro. My client,
Stick your
he's an
hand
eye
on the
doctor.
Garbage
If it's,
disposal.
like when I work,
I don't know, his hands going in. That's always a trope in horror movies is when like
which is the
they
dumbest
drop
thing to
something
me.
in the garbage disposal, and I'm always like, why not get a clothes hanger, a metal one, hook it the way you do an abortion? You stick it in and get whatever you need out of there.
on there
And people put their full hands
But
in
my
there.
thing is like most people, most of the time, it's like they drop the utensil. I've never had a utensil fall flat. It's a fucking tube, dude. You just fingertip
Yeah.
and grab from the top. Why are people shoving their whole hand down there?
I don't
And
get
even
it.
if you shove your whole hand, you don't even need to go hand deep to grab it. They're
Also,
not that
where's your
deep.
rubber thing?
That
Mine has a rubber flap that if you drop a spoon
it
down,
catches shit,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
like
yeah.
now, I never understood. I'm
I
like,
never
and then
got
when they
that.
fully dunk their hand in, I'm like, you deserve to lose your hand. You're
And
just
my
an
favorite
idiot.
is there's always a camera angle when they stick their hand in the garbage disposal. There's a camera angle from the hand touching, and it's always fingertips on the blades and shit like that. I'm like, who the fuck? Like, you can't just reach down real quick and pull
And not
out.
only that, how do they always just turn on? You got to flip a switch, bro.
No, that's the trope in the horror movie. It's always the possessed
That's-
demon
but-
that flips.
But that's
in,
why
or-
I hate. That's why I don't like horror movies.
Oh, I
They-
love
to
horror
me,
movies. We're in Halloween
just-
season right now. It's the
bro,
best.
they are so. Everyone's like, because you're scared of them. I'm like, no, the people are retarded.
Yeah.
They're just, they do the dumbest shit. They're clumsy all the time, bro.
You
if-
really don't like watching Halloween?
no, they're dumb. Every time I see it, bro, scary noise down in the dark ass basement. Let's go there for fucking what? No, hell no. Lock the door. I will sit at a doorway with a gun before I go down in a dark alleyway to stare at some fucking shit that's not going on.
You know
You're going to
what's-
adventure?
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You're going to adventure, aren't you?
No, I'm
You're-
not. I'm not. But you know, it's a crazy thing that I do to myself. I psych myself out before bed sometimes. Like the other night, I was watching Halloween, and I'm like watching as I'm falling asleep. I turn it off and I put it on the side, and I heard a noise or whatever. And I'm like, he's fucking here. It's like the boogeyman. Like you say his name 3 times, he appears. I'm like, Michael Myers is in the house,
Have
and
you
then I
seen
gotta
the
get up
Beetlejuice
and like
movie?
make sure the door is locked in order to go back to bed.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I like to psych myself out before bed with horror movies.
No, I've never felt that way.
I love
like
horror
I've
movies.
watched them all the time, even as a
I
kid.
love horror
That's the thing. Like
movies.
as a kid, I was just like,
Jaws fucked me up forever.
Jaws?
That's why I don't go into the ocean. Because I saw Jaws when I was like 8 or 9 years old.
Really?
Yeah, bro. If you ever go with me to the beach, I don't go past my waist. And everyone's like, "Oh, a shark could still get you at your waist." Yeah, but I feel like my chances are better
I know.
than swimming out to your neck.
Did you not see that one guy that got dragged?
That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't fuck with the ocean, but if I do, like I don't go past the waist is like the limit for
I
me.
mean, really? I
like the knees.
I
I'll go to the
I go pretty deep in the water. Last
No,
time I was
no,
like
no,
swimming
no,
in the
no,
ocean.
no,
I like
no.
going out in the
All
ocean.
I had to see was that video in Egypt of the fucking kid
Dude.
getting thrashed in front of us, and he's screaming, "Papa!"
And then
Fuck
just
that.
got tongue.
Fuck
He's
that.
gone.
Fuck
No, they
that.
hunted that shark right after.
Oh, I bet.
They took like 30 guys went out on boats,
I
hunted
think
the
it was
shark.
a tiger shark, right?
Yeah, it was.
I think
It was a tiger shark. It ripped the kid, and I think they found like an
Ooh.
arm inside of his stomach or something.
That is a chilling video to watch just from hearing him scream for his dad.
Mhm.
That is so chilling.
That's the sad part. Like when I first saw it, because when I first saw it, there was no audio. Then I heard the audio to it, and I was like, "Oh, that's sad." I thought it was like a grown man, which not saying it's better for a grown man, but it's like, dude, that's someone's kid. Like that sucks. Like that. Right once I heard him scream for his dad, I was like, "Oh man, like yeah, you're
man.
done. That
Yeah.
sucks."
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I don't go past my waist, really. I'll stick to the
I
knees
risk it.
most of no, fuck that.
I risk
Risk it, bro.
Bro,
Risk it.
I risk driving in Florida, which is known as the worst state to drive in.
This is what pisses me off is that people will say something like that, like, you know, you have a greater chance of getting into
do.
a car accident than getting eaten by a shark. Yeah, you spend more time in your car than you do in the ocean. If you spend the equivalent of time in the ocean that you do in your car, yes,
think so.
yes, the chances go up.
No,
How many
because
times you go to the beach this last year? How many times have you been to the beach in the last year?
I'd
And
say
how many times have
10.
you been
I
in
would say
your
like 10
car
times.
in the last week?
Every day.
Thank you.
Every day.
So when people say, "Oh, you have a better chance of getting into a car accident," yeah, because you spend more time in the car.
That's
I've been to the beach once in the last year.
really.
Yes.
10
So-
I would say about 10 times.
Yeah. Yeah. That I hate when people say that.
That's actually a good argument. No, that was a good one.
yeah.
Okay. No, that's
yeah.
fair.
Once in a blue moon,
I mean,
I
yeah,
have a good one.
like probabilities. Yeah, probabilities. That's a
You got a
math
better
equation.
chance of getting hit by lightning. Yeah. How often are you walking around outside in Florida with a metal pole on the beach? Not very
I
often.
mean, have you seen that one video of the dude that got struck 3 times?
Oh
The fact that,
my
but the
God.
fact that
To
that
survive.
homeboy got up every time. After the second one, I would have never moved. I would have just laid there. Whether I woke up or not, I would have just
You
laid on the
think
floor.
you have the self awareness to not move, or you think it's such a shocking thing that happens to you?
I don't know, dude, because they sped up the video.
I didn't mean.
Yeah, that was funny. Knee slapper. I think because they sped up the video, so he was laying there for a hot minute. I'm not saying actually, no, he did lay down for a while. I don't even think he was unconscious the whole time. He probably was like, "Fuck, my body hurts. I was just electrocuted." And then he waited for a bit, got up, bam, fuck you.
Are those photos real when people get struck by
Yeah,
lightning?
the
Where
yeah.
it looks all crazy.
My,
Like you look like Venom.
you met Spina. So
Was he struck by lightning?
twice.
Shut the fuck up! Wait a minute. You know a person who's been struck by lightning twice?
Twice. It was both times. Yeah, I think one of them was his own mailbox. Another time was like he was
His
just walking.
mailbox?
He was going out to his mailbox. It was like one of the summer days that we have is just random heat lightning. He's walking out to his mailbox, hit him right once he was there.
You just unlocked a fear I didn't know I had to check my mailbox.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I'm pulling the car right up to the mailbox.
Bro,
every time
and
I
the
go.
worst part was it was like during like a bright day. It was heat lightning. It wasn't like a thunderstorm. He decided to go check his mail. It was
And
heat
how was
lightning.
the second time?
Second time, I think it was also another mailbox, but it was like something
Bro,
else.
stop checking your mail, bro. Tell the fucking Amazon delivery driver.
This is also the same dude. He caught swine flu and he caught the bird flu. Yeah.
You're unlucky,
Yeah,
bro.
he's not-
You're just
Not a
unlucky.
lucky person. Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. Did he tell you how it feels?
Yeah.
What does it feel
Fucking
like?
felt like he took a sledgehammer to his body and because he got blown back.
Holy fuck, dude.
But he had his veins were all popped out. Not popped out, but like
Discolored and shit.
the spider. Like it looked like
Yeah.
fucking the electricity went through him. So it was
Oh,
that part
my God.
was cool. I was like, wow,
I
that's
saw
awesome.
one guy's back where they showed his back.
Looked like a tree's growing through them.
Yeah, it looked like a black fucking thing, and I was like, you just got like an Insta tattoo. Maybe I just need to
It's
do
not
that
permanent.
for my first tattoo. Oh, it's not permanent.
goes
Oh,
away.
I thought it stays like that.
No, it goes away.
I would want to stay like that.
That's what I said. Like that would have been dope. Like what I think we're talking about the same photo. Like it looks like a tree's growing from his the bottom of his back up.
Yeah,
that one I was like, yeah,
it looks like Venom.
This shit looked dope.
Yeah,
it looks sick, but no, it's not permanent. It goes away. And Joe's not going to check his mail.
Fuck, dude. I'm trying to think what's worse: getting eaten by a shark or struck by lightning.
Getting eaten by a shark. You're not going to die. Most people don't die. They get
struck
bit.
by lightning.
No, from fucking being bit.
Most people don't die.
No, dude, they get attacked.
You're saying you would rather get bit by a shark?
No, I'm saying that's worse.
You're saying it's worse to get bit by a shark?
I think the chances of surviving a lightning strike, obviously, like one, knowing a guy that, because he wasn't directly hit. He was in the radius of where it hit. So that's why I think
if you get directly hit, do you die?
I mean, the one dude in the video got directly hit. He didn't die. So I don't know how it would work. Probably, I mean, I think that's just a stroke of luck if you survive. Homeboy got struck by
how much changes in your pocket.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how you can. I think getting directly hit.
If you got any metal plates in your body.
But I don't know, dude, because the amount of voltage you're about to have go through your body is a shit ton. But maybe because it leaves, because it's a current. So I know that it disperses back into the ground. So that could be why people can survive.
God, dude.
I don't know. But
have you ever been tased? I wonder if it's the equivalent of
I don't know if he's been tased. I've been tased.
Yeah, but you haven't been struck by lightning.
No.
I'm trying to see if they're like if it feels the same.
I doubt that. I feel like it's going to be worse because I'm telling you now, it didn't feel like a sledgehammer went through my body.
It doesn't when you get tased?
No, your whole body just shuts down. It hurts. It's like electric. It's like, have you been shocked before? Like ever touched anything that shocked you?
I've played, Brian has that game. Have you ever played the hand game where like people grab a control, you press it, you hold it, and it randomly shocks somebody in the group?
No.
It's a really stupid drinking game.
What the fuck?
Brian has this thing.
Does it shock?
It's 4 handles. It's like the game when you go to the arcade back in the day. Remember they had the poles that you hold on to and they like
yeah, It's
like that.
So
I don't know if it's the same.
It's not, but that electric current you feel, just imagine that a lot stronger, right?
You know, you don't see those anymore now that I'm thinking about. Like at Dave & Buster's, they don't have. Do you remember what I'm talking about back in the day?
Yeah, you hold.
They don't do that
because it slowly builds.
Yeah,
right, that's the one you're talking about. It's slowly building. You have to sit there. It's whoever can hold the longest.
I think it was the Addams Family one in New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's where it was for everything because it was from the show.
Where he grabs the shocks.
Yeah.
They don't have that anymore. Do you think there was a lawsuit like someone like had a pacemaker to shock the shit out of them?
Probably. Stupid ass probably went and touched it with the pacemaker and
grab one pole and touch your friend's heart with the pacemaker. Cause the current.
Have you seen the Australians with the electric fence?
Oh my god!
That video makes me laugh.
They all grab hands and a chain and just
send the fucking dude at the end just.
Does it not shock the middle people? Just the end.
It's a current. It just goes through you.
So you don't feel anything in the middle.
It's like a tingling. It'll be like a.
So
tingling.
It only hits the last person.
Yeah. He's the one that has to absorb all the energy.
Oh fuck!
That's what I'm saying. I think lightning strike people. You probably have a higher chance of surviving because it's going to disperse out from you because the ground is we have the electromagnetic fields. So I think it's just going to absorb through.
I'm just always going to hold Danielle's hand places because she'll get
if it hits her, it goes to you.
Yeah, but if it hits me, it goes to her.
So you're just playing a 50-50 shot?
Yeah, I feel like our odds are better. If I get hit on my own, it's 100% me.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
This is called sacrifice.
I hate you.
For loved ones.
God damn it, I almost spit that out, and that's a carbonated drink.
Yeah.
I don't like when they ever had a carbonated drink to your nose, bro. That shit burns.
That's probably worse than being electrocuted.
Nope. Still taser's worse. What's worse than taser to me is OC. Some people are the other way. Some people
spray, the pepper spray.
Bro, if a cop was like, if I was ever in a situation,
because it lasts longer, right?
Dude,
yeah,
it's forever. But not just that, you can't.
Is the milk thing real? You rub milk in your eyes?
Yeah, it's just like drinking milk for something spicy. Because all OC is they're taking all like the oil from all the like spicy peppers
and condensing it. Right?
Yeah, it's capsaicin. It's just heavy doses of capsaicin.
What was that word?
Capsaicin. Is that not it? Capsaicin?
Capsaicin.
Capsaicin? Is that how you say it? Okay, you're a scientist.
I'm not a scientist, and now I'm questioning if I'm right or you're right.
I don't know. I thought it was capsaicin.
Go on Google, type in capsaicin.
I don't know how to spell it. I'm gonna
just
make a best
type
guess.
It will say it, and then put define, and it will give you the microphone. So
I don't know.
Capsaicin.
No, capsaicin culture. Spicy.
Capsaicin. Capsaicin, and put define. Write capsaicin, then write define after, and then it will give you the microphone option. The speaker next to your thumb.
Capsaicin.
Oh, capsaicin. I never heard that. I've heard capsaicin.
Huh.
Hit it one more time.
Capsaicin.
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 Bro, it's not a Super Saiyan.
Huh. Well, capsaicin.
Capsaicin.
I don't like that. I like the way you said it.
I always heard capsaicin.
I thought it was capsaicin. So we were
Whatever. Wrong.
So either way, that's all it is. It's just a heavy dose of it mixed with, well, now it's water-based because, well, we learned this during Less Than Lethal.
Isn't that worse?
Well, yeah. Well, so oil-based is worse because oil, you have to use like soap and all that to get off. But the issue with oil, in a non-lethal sense of things, if I were to hit you with OC, right? And let's say you still want to fight, I can't hit you with a taser with OC that's oil-based.
Why?
Because electric current to oil can set a fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a fit. You're going at, I think.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was oil based like that to where
it would be oil based.
Oh,
so that's why they moved it to water based, because now it can't cause a fire. It's just gonna
Shock you more?
Yeah. No, it's not shocking you more. It's
Why?
just
It's like water.
because it's not the electric current set the oil on fire. It doesn't cause, the current still goes into you. You're not the water in itself is not going to make anything worse. It's maxed out at 35,000 volts.
Has there been people who've got set on fire? Get the fuck out of here. I want to see that video.
When OC was oil-based, I mean, it was rare, but it's that off chance. And again, it's supposed to be a less than lethal means of use. Well, it used to be called non-lethal, but then they changed it to less than lethal because technically there's still a chance that you can die from anything. So
isn't it stupid that we got to change terms like that? Like, yeah, no, duh, it's less than lethal.
Well, it's because they say non-lethal, which means it's not at all lethal. So if you were to die, there's a lawsuit that can happen because technically you were not able to die.
Yeah.
But if
stupid, don't break the law.
That's what my whole thing is.
Don't break the law.
Stop being insane. Not once.
Have you seen the movie Liar Liar?
I've been, yes, dude, I love that movie.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
I love it so much. That's one of my favorite scenes because he screams into the blue.
And I also want to say it for so many people.
Is blue, and then he walks out with all of it all over it, bro. I love that movie.
Doesn't he say to somebody, like somebody looks at him weird and he goes, "The pen is blue," and they're like, "What the?"
They're just like, "What the?" He's like, "The pen is blue." I love Ace. Oh, not Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey. He's retired. He came out, what was it, like 2 months ago, officially saying he's done acting.
He's done acting.
Yeah, he's done acting. He came out and said it. He said he doesn't want to participate.
I think he knows some things. I
don't know.
I think he knows some things, the dark side of Hollywood, and I think he just doesn't want to.
But it's always a hard mix for me because, like, one, I don't like when people discount the fact that someone could also just be crazy, right? I'm not saying Jim Carrey is one of those people.
He's a little loose.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's a very extravagant person. You can't do that type of comedy and then everything just be completely normal. in your head. Truly, like, there's something else. It's like the people who come up with horror stuff. There's something in there that either went through something or there's something in your brain that you literally are just thinking differently. So, not discounting the stuff he says about Hollywood or what goes on. But then there's the other side. It's like, yeah, but is he also just a little loose in the head? You know what I mean? I don't
know. I think with the whole Diddy thing recently, and like now there's all these videos coming out, people like in interviews, like talking about like, oh, I was at Diddy part. Oh, I can't really talk about that or whatever. And like just bringing it up and shit like that.
He had people sign NDAs.
I know. But it's crazy that like the internet allows us to see this dark side of Hollywood that people really didn't know about.
That you didn't consider it when you first heard. It's the same thing like Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
All the fucking, like, really looking back when we see it as a compilation of all these adults. That bro was fucking 12 to 14 when a lot of this was happening. A lot of
these women are making weird comments and hitting
bro and grabbing him. They're not just making comments; they are fucking physically grabbing onto him.
You know what pisses me off too is like, there'll be dudes out there who like, and I've even said it myself before, but there'll be dudes who are like, oh yeah, I feel so bad for the 13-year-old. But then you got to stop and think, if that's a 13-year-old girl and grown men are making those comments,
yeah, there's nothing different, dude. That woman was being a fucking sexual predator.
No, because I've said it before, where it's like a 17-year-old dude who like has sex with his teacher, and I'm just like, oh yeah, so bad for him. The 17-year-old getting fucking his teacher.
If a grown man fucked a 17-year-old girl, you're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is
Yeah.
wrong with you? Like,
Yeah.
that's why
I think it is a weird double
So
standard.
I
'Cause I
defi-
really don't look at like guys. I'm like, come on, you're 17. Like you're fucking.
So I think that's the thing that people think. But I mean, so are
Yeah.
17-year-old girls. That doesn't mean that you should be getting
Yeah.
groomed by an adult.
I feel like I
Because
just defend women more
But
when
I
it
think-
comes to that kind of
I
stuff.
think the issue is you're focusing, which rightfully so, focusing on like the person that was attacked. But the idea should be more focused on the adult doing the action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously, yes, that's a 17-year-old boy because he's not a man yet. That's a boy. That's a fucking child still. Like, even going into your early 20s, you're still fucking.
I consider 18 and 20-year-olds children.
Yeah, like you're still, even at 21, like the only good thing about being 21 is you could drink, but you're
No,
still
because
fucking
I hear how
nothing,
they
dude.
talk, and I'm like, yeah, I remember
Yes.
talking stupid like
Yes,
that. back then.
like they're not. You're not one. Your brain isn't fully there
No,
until you're 25. So it's like you're still you're literally technically a child.
But
You
I
are not
don't
a
blame
full-blown
them.
adult.
I talked the same stupid nonsense when I was
No,
their
but
age,
that's what I
too.
mean. That's what I'm saying. We focus on the kid, but not at the fact that there's this fucking grown woman who's in her 30s
Yeah.
or fucking late 20s. Why are you getting with a 16-year-old or a
Yeah,
17? Like,
something
what?
wrong.
What are you doing? Like, you're fucked up. You're a predator. And it's like, yeah, the 17-year-old was probably maybe, and we don't even want to go out there saying, oh, they were probably wanting it. It's like, bro, grooming is a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the slight, oh, hey, how's your homework today? Okay, hey, how's this, right? And those slow little touches, bro, that's a 17-year-old boy, dude. They're testosterone filled. They're going to get
yeah.
fucking hot and heavy over a brush of the shoulder, dude.
But here's the thing, like I think people also look too deep into those things too, because I've had plenty of teachers that put a hand on my shoulder or something when they're
Yeah.
talking to me or leaned in. I never back then was like, oh, this is
So
molestation.
I'm not
or
saying just like
anything.
that
Yeah.
instant touch. It's the
Yeah.
pattern that they have to
Yeah,
build.
yeah.
If they're coming up to you every day and they're doing this to you, Joe, right?
Oh, God,
And then they go
please
up and they
do it
grab the
more.
shoulder, but then all of a sudden they start touching your
Yeah,
thigh.
like, bring
That's a
that
little too
closer.
intimate. Or if they brush against you, you know, like, oh, all of a sudden her fucking tits rubbed against you. It's like, bro, that's a grown woman. She knows how to control herself.
I lived for those moments in high school.
But you were a fat kid.
I lived for those I was such a
You're
loser.
like, oh, tight
I
hallway,
was such a
tight
loser.
hallway, thousands of kids, can't wait to
Bro,
be touched.
If a teacher would lean on the desk and a titty would drop on my shoulder, oh, I thought about that titty for the next month.
There's something wrong with
I'm
you.
like, her
Joe.
left boob leaned on my
Jesus
shoulder.
Christ.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we'll see you guys next week.
God.
That was a good way to end off on a high note.
Joe getting off
Pitching
on
a
random
tent now.
tits of touching you, you weirdo.